Welcome to Jack Campbell Stadium on the campus of South Brunswick High School in Bowling Spring Lakes. A Mid-Eastern Conference tilt on deck for you guys tonight. Just moments away from the game's opening kickoff. And, Jay, the visiting Ashley Screaming Eagles have made the trek over from Wilmington tonight to take on the host South Brunswick Cougars. Jay, for both of these programs, things started well in the non-conference schedule, but both these teams entered tonight's game riding losing streaks.
Yeah, they do. Ashley got off to a good start, beating South Gardner in their in their opener this year, 21-13. But since then, they've lost to Waccamaw, Nightdale, Laney, West. That was a close one, 56-49, and last week against New Hanover. So Dante Lombardi, first year there, he's on a 5-game losing streak. They average 17 points. Their problem has been giving up points. Right now, 41 a game. So they're going to have to play a little bit more defense than they have thus far this year against a fairly high-powered attack here at South Brunswick.
And Jay, South Brunswick started the season 3-0 and then started Mid-Eastern Conference play. A tight loss here against Topsail. Pretty close game against New Hanover, but suffered a 28-13 loss, and then, of course, ran into Hoggard Monday night, actually, this past Monday night in a 42-21 defeat. So South Brunswick and longtime head coach Rocky Lewis, the Cougars, trying to get back to their winning ways tonight.
Yeah, well, they can score the ball. They average 34 points a game. They're led by their quarterback, number 7, Jamison Prince. He's thrown for 1,180 yards and 11 scores, but he's also thrown 7 interceptions, so they got to be a little more careful with the ball. Leading rusher is Ethan Overton, 374 yards, 7 scores on the ground. Mike Shrewsbury, 23 catches for 354 yards and 3 touchdowns. And defensively, they're led by a pair of outstanding players, number 48, because Jack Early had a number change tonight. So 59 is Jack Early. He'll probably be playing a little bit in the line anyway. 67 total tackles on the season for Early. And the big guy, Garrett Frazier, 63 total tackles, 19.5 tackles for a loss, Sam.
Wow.
Man, Frazier is a beast.
He's Jake Holmes. I'm Sam Hickman, and we're joined again by the best sideline reporter in the business, Coach Mike Maurer. Mike, welcome back to the broadcast.
Thanks, guys. It was fun being on assignment, but I'm happy to be back here in Boiling Springs Lake to see South take on Ashley.
It's going to be a fun one. Jay, I don't think there's going to be any shortage of points in this game. These are two teams that can really score the football.
Yeah, and Ashley, in a losing effort, lost 56-49 to West Brunswick. So that's kind of been the way West's games have been going this year, high-scoring affairs, and certainly the Screaming Eagles were right with them that night. Leading the way for Ashley, their leading passer is Tyler Carter, 684 yards, 6 scores. He, too, has had a problem with interceptions, 10 on the season. Leading rusher, Tajir Crudup, 827 yards, 3 times over the 100-yard mark and 3 scores. Ethan Fay with 18 catches, 286 yards, is their leading receiver. Lawton Thompson leads the way defensively with 55 total tackles. And keep an eye on Stephen Green, who has 3 sacks on the year. So Dante Lombardi, like we said in the beginning, the Eagles, who are looks like they're gonna kick off here to start things, just got to try to tighten things up defensively, but that is a challenge against a team that can get up and down the field the way South Brunswick can.
And, Jay, how about these all blues that the Cougars are wearing here tonight?
Well, it's homecoming, right? I mean, I don't know if that has anything to do with it or not, but wow, this looks like University of North Carolina knockoffs, right?
So and, Jay, the best part about it, the numbers are so easy to see.
I think they did that for us.
So easy to see.
They're so kind to us here at South, so I wouldn't be surprised.
High end over end kick fielded cleanly by Thompson around the 9-yard line. And good kick coverage by the Screaming Eagles on the game's opening kickoff. Thompson, 15-yard return out to the 24-yard line where the Cougars will take over 1st and 10.
And it was a Thompson from Ashley, that time Lawton Thompson, that leading tackler we talked about, who was in on the kick team coverage to bring down Antoine Thompson.
So, Jay, they say if kickoff is your first play of defense, then it was a good start on that side for the Screaming Eagles. Quick pass out to number 12, Mark Bishop. 7 yards out to the 31-yard line.
Well, you can tell they've run that play a lot in games and in practice. Sam, great timing that time. Prince had plenty of time to deliver. And Bishop with his 16th catch of the season.
This time it's Overton. He's muscling his way out to about the 35, 36-yard line. Jay looked like he was going to get stopped for about a yard or two and then muscled his way out across the 35 to the 36, and that's enough for a Cougar first down.
Not that big a guy either, 5'6", 155 pounds, but he's a very determined rusher, is junior Ethan Overton.
Another pass down to the near sideline to Bishop. That's good from the 36 to the 42-yard line. A gain of about 6 yards will set up a 2nd and 4.
You know, they keep throwing that short out pass to Bishop. You know, one time he's going to fake out and go, and that's going to be open.
There's Overton around the left side,
nice
and
tackle.
He is tripped up after a gain of a yard. That was 25, partner.
I've been dying for you to say
Randolph.
this. Yeah, Cameron Randolph. How about that?
Not
like
Cameron.
Cameron.
Yes.
22 tackles coming into the night. Also has an interception, the 6'2", 175-pound cornerback.
So, Jay, we got a 3rd and 3 here. Big down here early in the game. South Brunswick needs its own 46 for a first down. They're going to come up well short as there was a tackle in the backfield by number 12, Stephen Green. Overton maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. So, yeah, we'll call it a 4th and 3 here and decision time early for head coach Rocky Lewis and the Cougars.
Mentioned Green in the pregame, talked about his ability to sack people 3 on the year, but also showed his ability to just penetrate and tackle the ball carrier.
Prince rolls out to his right.
There's Bishop.
Fires a deep one down the field to Bishop. And it is knocked away at the last second in a gamble. Oh, Jay, roughing the passer. I was going to say a gamble doesn't pay off, but they get Ashley for roughing the passer on an incomplete pass on 4th and 3, and that will keep the drive alive and move the ball to almost the 40-yard line of Ashley. So,
Coach Lombardi can't be happy about that because his defense played really well on that possession, and they clearly had Bishop defended. But the roughing the quarterback is going to take it all away. That's got to be what happens to teams that find themselves in these long losing streaks. You know, there's plays like that along the way, just kill you.
You're that close to getting off the field on 4th down and then nothing. I tell you what, Jay, Ashley's defensive front doing a good job defending the run here in the early stages. Looked like 43 was in on that tackle, Tyler Gladden.
Yeah, and so was our buddy Cameron Randolph, his 2nd tackle already of the game.
This one for a loss. It'll be 2nd and 11.
Yeah, the Eagles sort of winning that line of scrimmage. We'll have to get down to Big Mike and see what the heck is going on.
Yeah, guys, the South Cougars are kind of keeping the splits nice and tight. Usually you're going to do that. Oh, perfect ball right to Shrewsbury. Perfect offensive blocking by the line.
43-yard touchdown strike from Jamison Prince to Shrewsbury. Then he knocked Shrewsbury down on the old chest bump. And South Brunswick, 2 minutes and 25 seconds into the game, has taken an early 6-0 lead.
Boy, what a well-thrown ball. I don't know if we'll get a chance to see it again, But if we do, you are going to see. He dropped a dime there, Sam. Let me tell you.
Perfect ball placement.
Watch this kid kick.
Guys, that was a perfect example of, even though your runs don't set up or don't go successfully, you set up for the pass.
And Prince just dropped it right over the shoulder of Shrewsbury for a 43-yard touchdown strike. And, Jay, you come in like South Brunswick on a 3-game losing streak, and you want something good to happen early, and that's exactly what's happened for the Cougars.
Yeah, like we had mentioned, scoring points is not an issue for South Brunswick. They can score pretty much from any place on the field, and you saw that time just a splendid throw by Prince. That is TD pass number 12 on the season for the junior, and as Mike Maurer commented, great protection at the line of scrimmage, and he actually played fairly well on that possession until roughing the passer, and then they just got flat out beat on that go pattern.
And Jay, this close to getting off the field there and having a starting their first possession in South Brunswick territory, and a roughing the passer call extends the drive, and 3 plays later, South Brunswick celebrating in the end zone.
Loston rather than one.
Touchback by the skin of its teeth. Low driving kick, bounced through the front corner of the end zone for a touchback, and we'll get our first look at the Ashley offense.
Sam, I mentioned, watch this kicker for South. This kicker is senior Dow Pender, and hit that point after. He's 17 for 19 now on the season. He's made a couple of field goals, and he's a left-footed kicker. They're a lot of fun to watch.
So Ashley takes over 1st and 10 at its own 20-yard line. There's a give up the middle. South Brunswick with some pretty stout run defense on 1st down. The back picks up about 3 yards out to the 23 to set up a 2nd and 7.
Going to guess that was Crudup on the carry that time. He's had an incredible year, a junior. 6 foot, $190, 827 yards. He averages 6 yards a touch. 3 times over the 100-yard mark in a game this year for Tajir Crudup.
Here's Crudup again. This time he tries to find a little crease through the right side, then cuts it all the way back.
Who is that?
And is met by Antoine Thompson, who wrestles him down at the 25-yard line, a gain of 2 yards.
So Thompson, who sort of came out of nowhere that time as Crudup was just trying to maintain his balance and pop here, pop there. Well, he popped the wrong way because Antoine Thompson popped him.
And Jay, it's a good thing Thompson was there because it looked like Crudup had a lot of green grass this way.
If you're South, you don't want to let him have green grass, as you say, Sam.
A Wildcat formation here on 3rd and 5, fighting for the 1st down yardage, and he's got just enough, a gain of 6 yards and an Ashley 1st down. 26, Quinn Bentley.
Quinn Bentley does a lot of different things for the Eagles. He's passed for 65 yards. He's rushed for 230 yards. He's scored 4 touchdowns. He's caught 17 passes. And he's only a 10th grader, Sam.
Little smoke screen over there intended for number 5, Demetrius Smith, is high and falls incomplete.
Yeah, Demetrius, there's 3 or 4 kids that have caught 15, 16, 17 passes. Ethan Fay leads the way with 18, but Demetrius Smith, 16 catches, 204 yards on the year, and a couple of those for scores. So lots of different weapons for the quarterback. Right now it's Tyler Carter.
Here's Crudup trying to find a little seam. Jay still going. How he picked up 6 yards on that carry, I will never know. But he just kept churning his legs and fell across the 35 to about the 37-yard line.
Well, Sam, he was carrying our old buddy Demarius Wise, all 6'3", 300 pounds of him for most of that run. So Crudup, he's got some leg strength. Three receivers at the top of the screen. They're looking for the side. Now they're going to change alignment. Smith going to come down to the other side of the field. A lot of time on this one, Sam.
Play clock down to about the 6-second mark. There's the snap. Hitch route. Oh, what a grab. Oh,
Ooh.
And they're going to get him for 15. No?
Wow. Cougs got away with one there, but brilliant catch by Smith.
What a grab.
Kind of a late hit there, or darn close to it. The officials kept the flag in their pocket. Good news for the Screaming Eagles.
The gain of 8 yards and a first down. Bentley fielded the low snap on the Wildcat and rushed around the right side for a pickup of 2 yards out to the 46.
So, Sam, it looks like when Bentley's in at quarterback, they're likely going to rush more featuring him. And when Carter's at quarterback, we'll probably see a few more passes thrown.
And Bentley's back there with Crudup. This time he's going to hand to Crudup. Boy, Crudup is good, man.
Yeah.
He is good.
But I tell you, he looks like he's got about 3 gears, you know, and about 11 different directions that he can go. Yeah, he's a dangerous guy. So that's a, you know, they always say you want to win, get the ball to your playmakers, right? Well, clearly Crudup's a playmaker, yeah.
And South Brunswick defensive coordinator Chris Sochafer wants to talk it over with his defensive unit. With 5:25 left here in the opening quarter, South Brunswick leads 7-0 on a 43-yard touchdown pass from Jamison Prince to Michael Shrewsbury.
Sam, you were mentioning as we take a peek at that South Brunswick defensive unit, the Cougs got off to a fast start, 3-0 out of the conference. But when they got into the Mid-East this year, things changed a little bit. We weren't here that night, but it would have been a great game, that 36-34 game against Topsail. They lost that one. But, yeah, Topsail may be the surprise team of the year in the conference, you know, in some ways.
I would say so. First-year head coach over at Topsail, Jack Lambert, doing a wonderful job with the Pirates.
1st and 10 for the Screaming Eagles at the Cougar 46-yard line.
Here's Crudup again. He's got running room, then runs through a tackle at about the 34.
Oh, boy.
Finally rumbled down at the 29-yard line, a gain of about 17 yards and an Ashley first down.
Yeah, that was number 9, Brantley Baker, the last man up, but maybe the first man down that time when Crudup plowed into him. We'll take another look. This is the second straight kind of low snap. Look at that. Wow. That's some power. 44. Ian Dwight in on the stop as well for South that time. But Ashley looking pretty sharp here offensively on their first drive of the game.
There's Crudup just kind of bobbing and weaving his way and picks up 4 yards. And, Jay, we're going on the 5-minute mark of this possession.
Yeah.
Got the ball with 9:35 left in the first quarter, and we just hit the 4:35 mark.
Looking for some of those big guys in that offensive line. 70, Cooper Blanton, left tackle, 270. 75, James Noyes. We don't have his weight, but he sure looks big from up here. 50 looks like the center, 51 maybe.
Ashley, real deliberate getting that play in, and then
Another low snap, Sam.
and Jay, fortunately for the Screaming Eagles, it resulted in no gain. Quarterback got back to the line of scrimmage, but it could have been disastrous for the Screaming Eagles.
Yeah, it's been at least 3 low snaps, and I think that's another quarter. Is that number 15, Braden Quinn, who's listed as a quarterback? So we've seen 3. Oh, something happened there.
Jay is live.
What?
It's live. He snapped it, and then the quarterback kind of just smacked the football thinking maybe it's a dead ball.
Yeah.
Well, it was live once it snapped,
Well,
and he got tackled for a loss of 5 yards.
and Lombardi going to call timeout real quick and get his offensive unit over there to. Boy, they were looking so good.
And Jay just pounded him down the field. 5 yards, 6 yards, 17 yards, 4 yards, 8 yards, and then a low snap on 2nd and 5, no gain, and then a missed time snap on 3rd and 5. You lose 5, and now just like that, you got 4th and 10 from the 29-yard line.
Yeah, there were at least on this drive at least 3 low snaps. They dodged bullets on the first 2, but not that 3rd one. And they're suddenly in a 4th down situation. Ball's inside the 30, Sam? I guess around the 29.
Guys, interesting turn of events. After that South Brunswick timeout a couple minutes ago, Ashley had been driving down the field. South had been starting with 3 down linemen. They've now gone to 4, sometimes 4 with a stand-up linebacker on the outside, really trying to stop that offensive momentum that Ashley started.
So 4th and 10, big play here. Quarterback rolls out, takes off, and he is nailed down about 4 yards shy of the line to gain. I think that was Abrams who got him over on the far sideline, drilled the quarterback down. Turnover on downs for the Screaming Eagles, and South Brunswick will take over 1st and 10 at its own 24-yard line.
Well, welcome to South Brunswick football, huh? On that play, wow, what a hit! There's Coach Lewis and the offensive team. And he told him something, then he just said, "Get on back out there and score."
Guys, that messed up snap on that weird, awkward 3rd down play, that's what you call it. 1, it was a drive killer, but 2, it's a motivation killer. I can just say that. After driving down the field for 5 minutes and just having that just ripped out of your hands, kind of infuriating probably for Ashley.
Boy, very nearly picked off, then very nearly caught by Abrams. Dangerous throw there over the middle of the field, but it falls to the turf incomplete. We'll bring up a 2nd and 10.
How long has Abram been here, Sam?
The 90s?
At least.
Those kids who come up and play as youngsters, it just feels like they've been around forever, doesn't it?
It does, and especially when you play well like he does.
Overton on the give. Boy, Cameron.
Is Cameron in on that one?
Oh, sorry, partner. That was 12. Stephen Green, sorry. Cameron's so good, I'm giving him tackles he's not making.
Well, I'm sure Mr. and Mrs. Green appreciate the correction. Almost drew somebody offside then.
Prince and company look to the sideline to get the play.
They're taking a little time here too, aren't they, Sam Hickman?
It's kind of a speed sweep around the right side. Overton got enough for the 1st down yardage and then some. Still on his feet. Knocked out of bounds at the 39-yard line. A gain of 31 yards and a South Brunswick 1st down.
Well, 23 is going to get a lot of the shouts on that one, but you know what? I'm going to shout out number 66, Landon Lynch. He absolutely killed somebody coming around the right side that freed up the Overton to run right there. He got some speed. He's not real big, but he's quick.
Here's another give. This time Overton wrestled down at about the 23-yard line. 33-yard line, rather. Gain of about 6 yards.
Tackled by Bates that time, and thought for a minute he was going to go over and kind of chat with Overton, but wisely did not.
Bates, a starting corner and kicker.
Oh,
Prince kept that one. Looking for around the left side. He's got it. Driven out of bounds inside the 20.
Mr. Jamison Prince. Yeah, we forget. We talk a lot about his passing, but we forget he can run the football to the tune of 248 yards and 5 scores coming into this evening's game.
And that's another thing you can do with that run game. You give, Overton, and then boom, he pulls it, and he's got all kinds of daylight.
Boy, Prince is another kid. We're going to be talking about him like we do Abrams, right? Playing as a freshman.
Prince pulls it, rolls out, got Abrams. Nice tackle there by 25 Cameron Randolph, but not before a big completion inside the 5-yard line down to the 4 and another South Brunswick first down. Cougars 4 yards away from taking a 2-score lead, partner.
Guys, fortunate for Ashley, number 12 had his corner fall down. He was wide open and he didn't see it.
And Jamison Prince from 4 yards out. South Brunswick 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns, and late in the first quarter, the Cougars have raced out to a 13-0 lead.
Yeah, I don't think that guy saw Prince either, and he just kind of skips into the end zone for the second score of the night. Watch, I was talking earlier about this guy. He's got a really powerful foot. Dow Pender. Big kid, 6'3", 200 pounds.
Yeah, Jay, he didn't catch the first one all that good, but he
got
nailed that one.
Here we go again, Sam.
Here's the completion from Prince to Abrams here, rolling to his right. Boom, throw right on the money.
Just a nice thrown ball, wasn't it? Wow, right on the money.
Prince has been on point early on in this one. Only a couple of incomplete passes. Got a touchdown throw, a touchdown run, and the Cougars have an early 14-0 lead.
Well, they average, they being South Brunswick, average 34 points a game, Sam. And the least amount of points they scored this season, well, they lost, they only scored 13 against New Hanover, but that's about average for everybody, isn't it? They scored 21 against Hoggard. Nobody scores 21 against Hoggard, so they can move the ball. And Prince and Overton, a whole bunch of receivers, a solid offensive line. That's a recipe for success.
Short, taken at the 10-yard line.
Nice return.
At the 33.
It's number 26, Sam, for the Screaming Eagles. That's that kid that plays every
Wildcat,
position.
yeah.
Yeah, Quinn Bentley, only a 10th grader.
A good return out to the 34-yard line of the Screaming Eagles.
Well, what do we got? Less than 2 minutes left, and this is Ashley's second possession. And they had a pretty good ride on their first possession until things started, going sideways for them.
Sure did. Moved it about 60 yards before a errant snap and then a missed time snap derailed the first drive of the Screaming Eagles.
Don't forget this kid Crudup. Anytime he touches the ball, he can do something.
Quick pass in the flat. But his knee was down.
Actually
ruled incomplete.
And he got a break on that because they would have lost yards if they had given him the reception.
Incomplete pass. So it'll be 2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They're going to do it again. Wow. That might be one we got to go back and work on. And that's another one of the quarterbacks. That's Quinn, 6'2" junior. So Quinn's played quarterback, Carter's played quarterback, and Bentley has seen action at quarterback here all in the first quarter tonight.
Well, promising first drive. This one has started out inauspiciously for the Screaming Eagles. So 3rd and 10.
Looking to throw
Well, they finally executed it, but not what you call a big positive gain, right, Sam?
Yeah, so Jay, if you get that on first down, you're
Different.
okay. 3rd and 10, not so much.
Down and distance. You gotta navigate and negotiate those downs and distances, right? So when you're 3rd and 10, not a good thing if you're on the offensive side of the ball.
4th and 7. And Ashley going to force South Brunswick into a timeout with 5.4 seconds left in the opening frame. That's the second charge timeout to the Cougars of South Brunswick. Jay, couldn't ask for a much better start if you're head coach Rocky Lewis.
No, this is a good start for a team that's on a 3-game losing streak, and it's a conference game. You know, the Cougs haven't won a conference game yet this year, and neither has the Eagles, so that streak's going to break here tonight.
Something's got to give.
Something's got to give. I'll tell you what's going to give is the seats. It's a full house on this side of the field. Homecoming, right? And all the Cougs are out. Look at all the cheerleaders. My word, Sam. And see them Carolina blue unis that South has got on tonight. So pretty festive high school night here. There's a shot of the crowd. Aaron Barnum says high visibility night.
It's working. That's a lot of neon.
Who sang that song? Wasn't there a song called Neon something? No.
Neon Moon by Brooks and Dunn might be the one you're thinking of.
Once again.
Boom.
Once again. Mike Maurer, drop the mic, saves us again.
He's not going to sing it for us, unfortunately.
Night is young.
Oh, a good punt. Ball was snapped from the 37, and it's down to the 11. So 39 and 13 more, a 52-yard punt. Bates handles the punting duties for Ashley. Colin Bates, 21. And that is the end of the first quarter. We'll be back for the start of the second with South Brunswick leading Ashley 14-0 on your Focus Broadband TV Game of the Week.
Jeez.
What a move,
Sam.
partner.
Holy moly.
What a setting over Jack Campbell Stadium.
That's very pretty. Great shot by our camera crew.
So now we're just trading incomplete passes on the quick little wide receiver screens there. We had a little extracurricular activity over there on the far side of the field, but no flags.
So the Cougs way down the other end of the field, aren't they?
If they're going to score a third straight touchdown, they'll have to go 89 yards to do it.
A long way.
Give to Overton around the left side, still on his feet, finally bottled up at about the 16.
He's a very good runner, and he ran into a very good tackler that time. Tyler Gladden for Ashley. Gladden, a 5'9" junior, that is his, holy moly, 59th tackle on the season, total tackles.
So 3rd and 4 for the Cougars. More than enough for the first down, and then some.
He
There
can
goes
run.
Overton.
He can
Still
run.
on his feet.
He can run.
Finally brought down at about the 42-yard line of the Screaming Eagles. A gain of about 40 yards and a South Brunswick first down.
Yeah, were it not for a Cameron Randolph touchdown saving tackle, Mr. Overton would have gone house. He's not very big, Sam. I mean, you know, I don't know if this is a generous 5'6", 155 pounds, but gosh, he's elusive. He's quick, of course, and a tough kid. He'll put his head down.
Prince going for the home run ball. He's got a
it.
man
Oh!
off the fingertips of number 12, Mark Bishop.
Wow. Let me tell you, you cannot throw a ball much better than that one thrown by Jamison Prince. Jeez whiz. Led him perfectly, and it was, we talk about, you know, rotation and location, and that one had it both, right?
Sure did. As have plenty more of his passes tonight.
They'll come back to that.
Thompson looking for running room. He's got very little of it. Across the 40 to the 39, a gain of 3 yards. That'll set up a 3rd and 7. Offensive coordinator Combs, you thinking 2 plays here?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I don't think they have to worry so much about playing field position with their ability to move the ball. 22 on the stop that time, Thompson for Ashley. And Overton's back in.
That pass thrown into traffic and falls incomplete.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure that time on Prince. I think that's something you maybe give a little if you're playing such a small running back as Overton. You wonder about his ability to pass block as effectively as somebody maybe, 25 pounds bigger, but worth the risk just because he can run so well.
So 4th and 7. Pass intended for number 2, Jordan Davis, sails high, incomplete. And now Ashley forces a turnover on downs. And the Screaming Eagles come up with it. But, Jay, that felt like a must-stop, and the Screaming Eagles got it.
Yeah, and credit 37, Savion Bridges, and I believe maybe that was Randolph as well in on that coverage that time. Really the receiver was not open. I know Prince slapped his hands like, geez, I should have threaded that one. Well, it would have been a pretty good thread had he been able to get it in.
So Screaming Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 39. And guess who?
Who's that?
Garrett Frazier with a sack. Loss of 4 yards back to the 35-yard line.
So is that a sack? Was that the quarterback?
That was a sack, yeah.
Okay,
He's
so
attempting to throw it.
Give him 3.5 sacks on the year now for the big senior. 63 total tackles, 19.5 tackles for a loss, 1 hurry, 3 fumble recoveries. I mean, what more can a man do?
Hoggard and North Brunswick, no score in that one in the 2nd quarter with about 8 minutes to go. Crudup fights his way for about 6 yards to set up a 3rd and 8.
And he took a shot that time from sophomore Bennett Ballantyne, but he just kind of spun off of him and made a small gain into a reasonable gain.
Actually picked up 7 yards on that play to set up a 3rd and 7. Offside.
Oh, wow. Might have been Ballantyne.
Was 42.
42 as well. That's Galladay from his defensive line position. Got caught doing the Southport shuffle. Play clock is not working. We hear frantic voices from the box up here.
Little less than 8.5 minutes left here in the first half, and not much yardage, but enough for Ashley as
It's Bentley again, Sam.
Bentley rushes for a first down on 3rd and 2.
So we got an official timeout maybe now because of the clock issues. We got something going
They're
on.
trying to stop the game clock.
Either that or they're doing, fake jumping jacks or something, the officials are. So what was that score with North and Hogger?
0-0, 8 minutes left before halftime.
Is that at North or Hogger? Do you know?
I believe it's
Is that
in
North?
Leland.
Does North ever play on the road?
All home games for the Scorps, apparently.
Well, they got a wonderful facility and field and just a great support from that town. But, 0-0 against Hockard. So what we got here, Sam? We getting full mooned or something?
Now reboot the scoreboard here. I think there was about 8 minutes left on the game clock when they were trying to get it stopped. 8:05.
I see Rocky Lewis out there talking to the white hat down there about the 45-yard line, right where it says Ashley on your screen. Pretty. There they are. He's a good guy, ain't he, Sam?
One
Rocky
of the
Lewis.
greats.
Yeah, I hear
Yep.
so many nice things about that man.
So, Jay, I think it was 8:05.
Should we play that number?
08:05.
Okay. You ever played the lottery?
Lost a bunch.
So it played you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's more like it.
Me too. I hear you.
So 1st and 10 for Ashley after the brief delay. The ball is right at midfield.
Carter back in. He's the kid that's more likely to throw from that quarterback position than the other two. Another
low snap. They still got it to Crudup somehow. And somehow he got positive yardage to about the 48-yard line, a gain of 2.
He's still standing up. Golly day, Sam, that's something that Coach Lombardi is not going to be happy about as it continues. That's at least 4 low snaps. And that time, Carter, as he's done most of the time when he's received them, has done a pretty good job of fielding it. But
to be fair, Sam, Jay, I would probably be snapping the ball low if DUIs was hovered right over top of me at the nose guard position.
I probably wouldn't be snapping it at all.
Once again, Mike makes the great observation.
Bentley around the left side. Oh, he made a nifty little cut there about the 33-yard line and was brought down at the 30. And now we got a late flag that came in, Jay.
Well, see which way it goes. I think he picked up the first down. The question now is, does he get a little bit more?
Was either in the vicinity of a late hit or face mask, maybe.
Looking at, who's coming off, Sam, for South? Is that Frazier?
Frazier.
Ooh, he's holding that left arm. He got dinged up a little bit that time.
Out goes Frazier.
Yeah, down goes Frazier, out goes Frazier. That was a television show, you know. Frazier. You're old enough to remember
his brother.
that?
So dead ball, personal foul against Ashley.
Gee, many Christmas days. Remember what we said earlier? Teams that get in these long losing streaks, if you go back and look, there's times in the game where they just do something that, wow, gives coaches gray hair or no hair, depending on, right? That's one of them there. So it'll still be a first down, will it not, Sam? I guess it depends on if it was before, after, during.
Yeah, dead ball. So the first down stands.
It's a long ways to go. Yeah.
No, Jay, I believe that rule has changed in high school football. The ball gets moved back 15, but it still should be 1st and 10.
Okay, well, right now it looks like it's 1st and 25.
I think they're going to be moving that back.
Okay. Look at this. This is why he's in the Hall of something.
What is it you say? Broken clock?
Twice
right,
a day.
Twice a day.
Twice a day, man. That was more hoping for someplace to run than having someplace to run. 26, Quinn Bentley.
Big Mike, what are you thinking down there when Ashley has the ball? What's working for the Scream Eagles? What isn't working so well?
Well, if we go back to the first drive, they were really kind of able to establish the run and really methodically work their way down the field. They don't have the biggest offensive linemen, but what they are able to do is kind of get underneath South and drive it out. Lately, they've been trying to kind of waffle between, are we going to run the ball or are we going to pass the ball? We saw it on that one drive where they did 3 consecutive short outs to the right-sided flat. I would say, you got to go back to running the ball. You got South. They're back to playing their base defense. Go back to what worked. Dance with the girl that brought you. It was the most opportunity they had this whole game so far.
I think they're smart to put the ball in number 11's hands some way. They passed to him that time. He can, just hand it off and let him run too.
So, Jay, I was just about to say, Tajir Crudup better be glad I'm not coaching Ashley because he touched it about 45 times a night. He's good. He is really good.
He's strong, Sam.
Yep.
He's listed at 6 foot 190, and he's got some power in that 190 pound. He is a tough guy to take down.
So, Jay, I actually love that decision right there because it was, 3rd and 6, but you got Crudup, and you're probably thinking if we get close like they did, we'll go for it on 4th, and now they've just got a yard to get.
I'm with you, Coach Hickman. Crudup's going to touch the ball a lot.
That's enough. Bentley. First down to the Cougar 42 and a half.
Just trying to see who that was. Galladay, 42, on the bottom of that pile for South, but not before. Bentley picked up the first down.
So 1st and 10 for Ashley at the 42. Here's Crudup. Jay's got some running room.
Oh. And there is a flag. Holding
Against Ashley.
Once again. Just can't stand success, Sam.
So instead of 2nd and 1 from about the 33, it'll be about a 1st and 20 from Ashley's side of the field.
Boy, that's got to be so frustrating, particularly to Crudup, but and certainly to Coach Lombardi and staff. They're just kind of keep shooting themselves in the foot with these penalties.
Sam, I think it goes back to the whole mantra of if you do the little things right, everything else seems to fall into place. And they're shooting themselves in the feet with penalties. They're shooting themselves in the feet with low snaps. It's really kind of frustrating to watch because they have the athletes, they have the skill to go ahead and play with South, and we're just not seeing it yet.
Picked off the hands of the receiver, and then picked off. It's Antoine Thompson still on his feet across midfield. Then the ball came out late. Nope, they rolled him down at the 48-yard line. So South Brunswick with the takeaway. It was a well-thrown ball, Jay, maybe a touch high, but certainly catchable off the receiver's fingertips into the hands of Antoine Thompson, and South Brunswick comes up with a takeaway.
Antoine Thompson kind of showed he knew what to do when he had the skin in his hands, right? He returned it very, very well and gets across midfield into Ashley territory. So the Cougs have an excellent opportunity here to 3:53 to go in the second quarter. Plenty of time.
Overton on the give. Got a lot of running room around the left side, inside the 35. Knocked out of bounds. near the 30, and then I think they're going to get a late hit as well.
Add a few more.
Half the distance to the goal, so the ball will end up at about the 15-yard line of the Screaming Eagles.
Jordan Davis helping clear the way that time down the field, but that was mostly good play at the line. Let's watch it again, Sam, and Overton. Got him pulling from the right side, and there's Davis downfield blocking, and then there's the unsportsmanlike penalty.
So that'll move the ball inside the 20 to
66. My guy, Caleb Combs, who was pulling from the right side of the South Brunswick offensive line, helping to clear the way for the diminutive one, Ethan Overton.
Oh, good backside tackle there. Stephen Green, number 12.
Green listed at 6'4", $199, 23 total tackles, 3 for a loss, couple sacks, 3 hurries. So he spends some time in the offensive backfield, does Stephen Green.
Thompson picked up 2 yards on the play. 2nd and 8. Screen out to Bishop. He's got running room, lowers his head, dives for the first down marker, going to be real close. No, real late flag. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike against Ashley.
Oh, man.
I think that came from the sideline. Nope, no it didn't.
You know, Sam, I had to go back and look. Prince, almost 1,200 yards through the air coming into tonight's game, but only a 52% completion rate. And I'm telling you what, the way this kid spins it, he's capable of a lot more than just completing half his passes.
.304 left before halftime. South Brunswick knocking on the door. 1st and goal from the 2. Give to Overton. He was nailed when he got the ball and then fights through the tackle, crosses the goal line for a Cougar touchdown, and another unsportsmanlike penalty. And then another unsportsmanlike after that.
Jeez. So Overton hit at the line
Stephen Green
of
had him
scrimmage,
dead
right?
to rights.
And look at him just shake away that time. And again, not a big kid, but you know he's got to be awfully strong.
And then Jay, after the play, an Ashley player took his helmet off, slung it down, got flagged, and if I'm not mistaken, then said something to the official and got another one. So this kickoff will be from about the 40-yard line of Ashley's side.
As what I could see was he asked the official to pick his helmet up, and the official failed to do it, so he got another flag. Maybe not. I'm prone to seeing things that aren't really there.
So Caleb Combs, your surrogate grandson,
Yeah,
having a nice night.
sure is. I'll tell you, he's having a nice night. Watch Pender.
We need a Tuskegee Titans update before too long.
Going to have to go to the phone and see what's going on up in Leesburg.
Jay, those back-to-back unsportsmanlike penalties may result in an ejection.
Yeah, well, and maybe that's the best thing to do. They're talking to Coach Lombardi over there on the side now, and it looked like there was a player who had his helmet off, and I think he's kind of walking over there between the 40 and the 50, wishing he could find a place to hide.
If I'm not mistaken, that was 4 personal foul penalties on that drive on Ashley.
Goodness sakes.
Yep, late hit, unsportsmanlike, and then 2 unsportsmanlikes. Good call, Big Mike.
That's just that's a playbook on how to lose, right? 4 unsportsmanlike penalties on 1 possession.
Yep, and it was an ejection.
Wow. Well, that's too bad. You know, the kids' emotions run such, and hate to see him get tossed, but at the same time, you got to play. You got to play with control and some poise.
Dalpender on to attempt the extra point. Kick is up. Kick is good. Jay got some updates from around the Mid-Eastern Conference, or at least one. Cougars and North Brunswick are scoreless. So Cougars and North Brunswick, two teams jockeying for position near the top of the standings. Scoreless in Leland.
You know, I meant to look to see what the schedule was tonight, and frankly, I just forgot. West is playing
At Topsail.
At Topsail, that's what I thought.
Cougars and North, and then New Hanover and Laney.
Ooh.
So the unsportsmanlike conduct will be assessed on the kickoff.
Well, Sam, let's see. Where are they going to kick this ball from? And the way Dalpender can kick, I mean, holy moly, that's...
Here's what I do. If you're going to be kicking off from there, just do an onside kick. What's the worst that could happen?
The worst is they get the ball, but, you know.
Well, they're going to be kicking this ball off from the 30-yard line.
40, it looks like, Sam.
No, he hasn't marked it off
Oh,
yet.
he hadn't marked it
and
off.
there's two of them.
Yeah, oh, my
So it'll go from the 40 to the 45, then from
Oh,
the
my
45 to the 30. Now, Mike, I'm definitely with you. Because
Yeah.
if they recover it, they start the possession at their own 20.
30-yard penalty.
Gosh.
It really makes no sense to not try an onside kick.
Unless you challenge him to kick it over the concession stand.
Yeah.
See if he can bomb it over it. Everything. Yeah. Uncle Rico,
Well,
Napoleon Dynamite style.
I think Ashley, well, they got to play up anyway, right? They got no room to play.
Y'all, I've
There it
never
is,
seen
Mike.
it.
There it is.
And they
There
got
it
it. And they got it. Oh, no, still haven't recovered it. He does recover it.
Did it?
Wow.
Did it go far enough? Well, they
well,
touched it.
Ashley touched it.
Yeah.
Yep. Wow, wow, wow. Every Friday night we show up, we see something that we've never seen before. And I just saw an onside kick from the opponent's 30-yard line.
He's
that
successful.
worked. That worked.
They're giving credit to Ballantyne for the recovery, number 15, but, geez, this is kind of blown up for the visitors from Ashley. And you still got nearly 3 minutes to play, so all kind of time.
Snap, Prince showing pass across the middle.
Oh, what a grab. Oh, didn't make it. Jordan Davis almost came up with an incredible grab. Jay, in other action, New Hanover leads Laney 9-7. That was as of 1 minute ago. Ben Novotny of New Hanover has hit his third field goal of the first half to give the Wildcats a 9-7 lead. Well, that's a forward pass, and it worked beautifully.
Little shovel pass, right, to Overton.
West is at
Topsail,
Topsail.
I believe.
First down. Cougars.
So another first down for South with plenty of time, 2:43.
You get a first down before they get a touchdown.
Overton.
Eventually brought down by Ashley near the 5-yard line.
Boy, he had his hand out that time, kind of feeling his blockers, right, as he was moving down the field. Center 54 is Dan Zell Bernard. He was helping out. Combs was helping out.
Prince under center. Keeps it himself. Up the middle, up the gut.
Prince real close to the goal line, marked down at the 1-yard line where it'll be first and goal for the Cougars. So South a yard away from taking a 27-0 lead.
And kind of taking their time now, right, with still 2 minutes to go. Maybe don't want to leave if they're able to score. want to leave as little time as possible for Ashley to get back down the field.
And we got the play clock back in action.
There we go. Overton.
Prince keeps it around the right side, and he's in fairly easily. 27-0, South Brunswick lead. 1:33 left in the second quarter.
Excellent play fake by Jamison Prince, and just skirted around the right side for his second running touchdown of the night. He's got a touchdown pass to Shrewsbury early in the first quarter, so pretty good night for Prince.
And the extra point attempt is good. That's the fourth of the night for Dow Pender.
And the cheerleaders are happy, Sam.
As they should be.
Yeah,
what a way to celebrate homecoming, huh?
That flag flying down the track, and homecoming so far has been a delight if you are a South Brunswick Cougar. Looks like a kind of a topsail lead over West Brunswick.
Still trying to figure it out.
Thinking, you know.
Topsail leads 21-7 at halftime.
21-7 over. Not sure I'd use the words that some of the people use to describe that score, but you know, be that as it may. See if the Eagles can fly here.
Oh boy, the Screaming Eagles
can fly
trying
here.
to get on the scoreboard.
Can fly.
Off to the races. It's our guy, Cameron Randolph.
How about that?
85 yards, kick return touchdown, and Ashley is on the board. 85-yard kickoff return for a score for Cameron Randolph. Boy, momentum can change in a hurry, can it?
Oh, boy, it sure can.
Big Mike, anything stand out to you on that? I'm not sure if Randolph got touched.
So normally, yeah, on a kickoff return, you're going to have somebody kind of coming out of their lane or a good block. Now, he just made an excellent cut right about at the last level of defense, and he just off to the races at that point.
Outran everybody once he got past that initial wave of defenders.
But now they show a kick attempt.
Trying to see that number of the kicker, Sam.
Is Colin Bates.
Bates, okay, nice foot.
Flag on the play.
And it was blown dead, so illegal substitution, I believe, against South Brunswick.
Did he make or miss the kick?
He made it, but I believe they blew it dead, so I don't think you can decline it and take the extra point.
Gotcha.
Now my question is, from the 1.5, do you go for it?
And they're going to be giving the ball half the distance to the goal.
Well,
I don't believe so. Maybe not down
you think,
28-6.
well, but, you know, no, they're not. They're going to kick it. But I'm thinking if I got Crudup, I can get a 1.5 yards, right?
Amen. Good snap, good hold, and the kick is good. Colin Bates. Jay, take us through this one. Low driving kick, fielded on a clean Sunday hop. Randolph got it, and see ya.
Boy, you know, Mike Bauer had that one dissected perfectly. He just outran everybody. No big-time block to free him, but he had a hole, and he made the most of it. So an excellent return for score by Cameron Randolph. You know, there's something that 28-7 looks a whole bunch better than 28-zip.
Signs of life from the Screaming Eagles late in the first half.
So I wonder if Coach Lewis and staff say, were we like let down on that play, or we didn't have our heads in the game, or whatever. Maybe you just got beat. You know, sometimes, like Lou Holtz used to say, don't forget the other team gives scholarships too, right? So they got some players in that time. Certainly we saw an excellent player in Randolph.
Jay, you know my favorite Lou Holtz quote,
There's
and
there's
a
so
lot
many
of them.
Which one?
They played in the Orange Bowl. believe he was at Notre Dame. Notre Dame, rather. And they asked him for his reaction to fans throwing oranges on the field after the game. And he says, I'm glad we weren't playing in the Gator Bowl.
He was not only a good coach, but he's a funny guy. And I understand he's a tremendous inspirational,
motivational
speaker. There was a flag on that play.
Personal foul against Ashley.
Five now in the game. Holy moly! More than that, Aaron Barnum is saying, and I always go with Aaron's numbers. Is Wise walking the? Is that Wise walking off the penalty? It's got to be. Yep, 65.
He's so big.
He's huge.
In that uniform, he looks like the sky. He is just a beast of a young man.
He's such a nice kid, though. Get out of
Shrewsbury
bounds.
makes the grab. Gain of about 8 yards out to the 45.
So, Sam, this is an outstanding chance for Rocky Lewis's team to work their, 1-minute drill, huh? Short passes out of bounds.
And Ashley wants a timeout to talk things over, trying to keep South Brunswick off the scoreboard here late in the first half. And, Jay, the heck of it is, if Ashley could somehow come up with a stop here, the Screaming Eagles will get the ball to start the second half. Crudup breaks one, or you run another kickback or whatever, and, you're back in this one.
Well, despite practically every mistake in the book tonight, you're right, Sam, they could go into the half trailing 3 scores. Seems like you got a little bit of hope, but yeah, they got to get off the field here in order to do that. Prince has had plenty of time to throw tonight. Getting pressure there, though.
As you say that, he took a shot, overthrows Abrams, the intended receiver.
It's Caleb Ward with that vicious hit that time from his linebacker position.
And, Jay, you made a salient point about Ethan Overton in pass blocking earlier, and whatever his assignment was there, I'm thinking he missed it because Rocky Lewis was just about halfway to the Cougar logo, screaming instructions at him after Prince took that lick. Tip ball, incomplete pass, so now it's 4th and 2, rather.
Second tip ball of the night. The first one turned into an interception for the Cougs. I believe it was Antoine Thompson, wasn't it, that came up with that INT? Overton.
First down yardage for Overton.
Clock's going to stop to reset, but it should get going, and there it goes.
1st and 10, give to Overton. Oh, that's going to be a horse collar.
Yeah. A little bit of talking going on, too, between some of the Screaming Eagles and some kids on the Cougar sideline. So officials probably got a little extra bit of work here this evening as tensions are running kind of high.
One chippy?
One player's already been removed from the game. Multiple personal fouls against Ashley, and this, what do they call it, a horse collar, I guess, or a mask or something, but small gain turns into a big game for South Brunswick.
So many people here, the press box is literally rocking. Jordan Davis can't come up with it.
I think he ended up with the ball, but he was juggling it going out of bounds, so I believe that's a spot-on call by the officials that time.
2nd and 10 from the 25, 39 seconds left in the first half.
1, 2, 3, 4. Trying to count all the guys at that second level Ashley has defensively. A bunch.
Anderson Prince, a quick pass off to the right. And again, an incomplete pass.
Incomplete pass. 4 seconds off the clock. We'll set up a 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10 for the Cougars.
Jay, probably worth noting, Pender certainly has the leg for a 42-yard field goal, which is what it would be from here if South is forced to kick one.
2 for 3 on the season field goal wise, and his long one was from 38 yards. So I agree, he does have the leg.
Here's a deep ball. It was caught, but Jordan Davis was out of the back of the end zone. So it will be a 4th and 10 from the 25-yard line, and Pender is going to come on to try.
How far are we talking, Sam?
It'd be a 42-yarder from here.
Okay, well, he's definitely got a 42-yard foot. Let's put it that way. Whether it's a good snap, a good hold, and the accuracy, of course. Nate Parker, old Danny Parker, I wonder if he's here for homecoming, his brother, who played so well here for so many years, but Nate's the holder. It's a good shot there in your picture.
Blocked.
Blocked. Gotta do something with the ball, don't you, Sam?
And, Jay, he's got a convoy of blockers.
There's just one guy back there.
Oh, man, South brings him down all the way back at the 30-yard line of the Cougars.
You know who made that tackle, don't you? Nate Parker.
Nate Parker.
Yeah, just like his brother would have.
Maybe a touchdown-saving tackle.
Let me tell you, and Nate came from all the way across the field, so where does it end up? At
30.
And 12.9. I mean, they got to take a couple shots, huh? Officials are saying something. So who's in it? Carter's in. He's apparently their most trusted thrower. And you got 4 wideouts on the right side of the field, 1 at the top. I try to get somehow to that kid right there, Crudup.
And he ended up catching it, but being tracked down by the wrong guy there, Garrett Frazier. And Ashley's going to call a timeout with 3.8 seconds left in the first half. Hail Mary time?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, get to the end zone and hope you catch it, of course, or short of that, hope for a penalty. But the fact that they have a chance after trailing 28-0 to maybe cut this lead in half or, a little bit if they could, is pretty amazing, Sam.
Most likely the last play of the first half, but that remains to be seen.
Big Mike, what are you trying to accomplish here? How do you scheme up a Hail Mary? Is it just, draw it up in the dirt, send 4 guys and loft it up as high as you can, or what?
Absolutely. The biggest thing is get the guys in the end zone, toss the ball, give guys a chance. If you throw it too short, it's worthless. If you throw it too far, it's worthless.
You believe all that? His plan is to get to the concession stand as fast as he can with 3.8 seconds to go. Talking about Mike, not Ashley.
Got 6 seconds left.
Oh, 6. I was okay. They changed.
Reset the game clock. Probably still going to result in the same play. It's a deep ball to the left side. Somebody almost made a circus grab there. And that will conclude the first half with the South Brunswick Cougars leading the Ashley Screaming Eagles 28-7 on your Focus Broadband TV Game of the Week. We'll be back with the second half. And we're back for the start of the second half from the campus of South Brunswick High School, where the host Cougars lead the visiting Ashley Screaming Eagles 28-7 in this Mid-Eastern Conference tilt. Jay, run down the first half for us, partner.
Well, it's kind of the Jamison Prince show, I guess. A touchdown, 43-yard touchdown pass to Michael Shrewsbury for the opening score. Prince had a touchdown run. 14 points and a 14-0 lead in the first quarter for the Cougars. In the second quarter, Ethan Overton with a 3-yard scamper for the score, and Prince with another touchdown run to make it 28 for South Brunswick. Ashley got a late 85-yard kickoff return by Randolph to get on the board with 7, but it's a 28-7 game at the half as the Cougs kick off.
So Ashley stopped at about the 24-yard line to begin the second half, where they'll take over 1st and 10. And Big Mike, it wasn't Ashley didn't score offensively in the first half, but had some promising possessions.
Yeah, they had that first drive that went about 60 yards, 5 minutes. And then, like I said earlier, they kind of lost themselves. Penalties, weird plays, all that sort of stuff. So they haven't really been able to get anything going.
Yeah, Mike's right. Penalties have played a big part in the first half, with particularly against Ashley, 4 or 5 unsportsmanlike penalties and a couple other penalties that took away good plays for them. So Screaming Eagles here on their first possession of the second half got to really tidy those things up. And already we got a flag.
Delay a game before the first snap of the second half.
Boy, how upset, Sam, you've been in a football family your entire life. How upset would the coach be if you come out of the locker room with the ball in the second half and you get called for a delay of game?
And that's one I'm not sure I've ever seen, partner.
Yeah, that would not go well in the Hickman house, I'm sure.
D. Wise just met Crudup in the backfield, and as good as Crudup is, you run face first into that 65, and you're not going very far.
You can't go far, and then you add 44 Ian Dwight on top of it, then that's just not playing fair. Dwight again. You know, Sam, we watch South Brunswick play, and of course hard to take your eyes off of Frazier. He does so many things so well, and you mentioned about D. Wise, but this kid Dwight, who's a senior and not real big, but wow, is he a football player?
Physical kid.
Back showing pass in the left flat.
That pass falls incomplete, and it'll set up a 4th and about 16 for the Screaming Eagles.
Yeah, that one was intended for the leading receiver for the Eagles, number 6, Ethan Fay. He's a 6'1" senior. 18 catches coming into tonight's contest, one of which was a touchdown pass. So, but the Eagles, number 21, Bates, is going to have to try to kick him out of trouble, Sam.
Low end-over-end kick. Down at about the 47-yard line, 48-yard line of the Cougars. So about a 37-yard punt by Bates, and the Cougars will have excellent starting field position for their first possession of the second half.
Smart play that time by Mark Bishop, kind of hopping out of the way to make sure that ball didn't touch him, because he wasn't going to be able to do anything with it if he caught it. So smart play by your junior wide receiver, return specialist, everything else, Mark Bishop.
Overton up the middle, right through the teeth of the Ashley defense. Wow. He slung to the turf.
Wow.
But after a gain of about 20 yards for a first down.
My word, that kid's quick. And that, I don't know who was blocking who up front there, but whoever it was, a heck of a job to open up the hole for number Overton, to hit the hole.
Not much running room that time. Tackle was made by 44, Caleb Ward.
A couple times you've called his name out tonight, Sam, for Ashley.
Play action fake. He's got a man.
Fingertips. Did he bring it in?
Touchdown, Jordan Davis. Jamison Prince to Jordan Davis for 34 yards and a South Brunswick touchdown. Cougars extend their lead to 34-7.
As I said earlier, there is no reason for Prince to have a 51% completion rate. He just throws the ball too well, and that was another excellently thrown ball and a great fingertip grab by Jordan Davis.
Kick is up. It is good. 9:47 left in the third. Cougars 35, Ashley 7.
In the third quarter, Cougars now back to a 28-point lead.
Sam, how far did you say that TD pass was?
34.
34. As we see Rocky Lewis there on the field, right there in the kind of the middle of your picture, being passed by his kicker, Pender. But yeah, this kid, Jamison Prince, is he's spinning it, Sam. He's spinning it, and when he gets time to throw, and that was a good little play action that time, and Davis was able to get behind the defender, and then with an outstretched catch, you know, he ran through the ball that time, and that's what they always tell the receivers to do. Don't try to jump up or, you know, do one of, just run through the ball and look it into your hands. And junior receiver Davis, 6'3", $170, 16 catches coming into tonight's game. I think he's had a couple, 2 and 6 for a score. He has a 94-yard touchdown reception this year. Compliments of Jamison Prince.
Pender's line drive kick rolls out of bounds at the 1-yard line, so it'll be good starting field position for the Ashley Screaming Eagles and first-year head coach Dante Lombardi.
About the first thing Pender's done wrong here this evening, kicking the football. So they're going to mark it way out at the 35-yard line, or yes, a good starting field position for the Ashley Screaming Eagles. Looking on the long end of a 35-7 score. With a lot of guys in the box, Sam, for South Brunswick. I think they think there's going to be a run.
Deep pass picked off. Number
Creel.
10, Cooper Creel with the interception, and the Cougars really rolling now. And Jay, we had a late flag come down at midfield.
Second interception of the game for South Brunswick.
Creel had one. Antoine Thompson had another. It was a personal foul against Ashley after the interception.
Sam, how many tonight?
That's at least 7.
Oh, my word.
North Brunswick just took a 6-0 lead against Hoggard.
Upset in the making, huh? Just looking up, South Brunswick coming into tonight's game had 5 interceptions, 2 for Baker, 3 for Hoagland, and make it now 7 with Creel and Antoine Thompson's INTs here this evening.
Guys, on that interception, it was great defense, obviously, because he intercepted the ball, but you saw the safety come up onto number 9. Huge mismatch size-wise on Ashley. I think that's why they wanted to go to it, just kind of underthrown, and the defender makes a great play on the ball.
takes a village sometimes, Mike, to get a interception. There's a lot of players involved on that play, but you're absolutely right.
Short gain on first down sets up a 2nd and 8. Prince going to fire a pass deep down the far sideline.
He's got a shot.
No flag on the play. The pass was intended for Bishop. It was Bates on the coverage.
You know, a player tonight that usually is very much a part of that passing attack, and I'm not sure, Sam, if that was – no, that was Bishop there. So number 17, Mike Shrewsbury. I remember at least one catch.
He caught a touchdown.
Yeah.
A long one.
That's right.
Not sure he's caught another one.
He's out there in the slot right now.
Oh, that ball's on the ground. South fortunate to jump back on it, but they lost 3 yards.
Well, the fumble, but South recovers, so going to set up a 4th down opportunity. You know, one of the things that Jamison, he does so many things well. One thing he has had a bit of a struggle with this year is throwing interceptions. He's thrown 7, but tonight thrown 0. And that's the first time that that South even put the ball down on the field, but they were able to get it back.
Also, the first high school football game, which I've spotted an Andre Dawson throwback Marlins jersey. Jay, I know you remember him, right? Oh, and he got enough. Abrams still on his feet. Inside the 20, down at the 18-yard line, and up for a South first down.
Man, Abrams looked like a human pinball machine on that one, didn't he?
Doing. Jay, I know you remember the Hawk.
I do remember the Hawk, of course.
He could swing it.
He was the guy that was on Spencer and Higher or whatever it was, the Hawk. I think maybe that's it. Yeah, watch Abrams bring this one in.
So, Jay, here's what's interesting.
1,
he might not have had a first down right there, and
2,
then he fought for that extra yardage,
3,
and he just
4, 5.
banged off of Ashley tacklers.
5 hits to get him down.
Overton over the left side. Look at this push from the Cougs. Inside the 15 to the 14-yard line. A gain of about 4 yards. Will set up a 2nd and 6.
32, Casey Gladden for Ashley was just kind of hanging on for dear life that time as Ethan Overton. Again, another positive run. If South scores here, if they weren't in control before, I think they'd very much be in control now, Sam.
Yeah, I think they're in control. Laney leading New Hanover 16-14.
Wow.
But New Hanover just recovered a muffed punt inside the 10-yard line of Laney. Oh, dangerous pass there by Prince. Knocked away by 22. Is that Lawton Thompson?
Yes, it was. One of the leading tacklers and demonstrates the ability to cover on a pass situation. I thought Abrams maybe got held a little bit that time, to be honest with you, but tough throw, but good defense, good coverage by the senior Lawton Thompson.
Ooh, Overton took a lick that time.
Sam, it is a collision sport, is it not? Like Caleb Ward was bringing it on, so we're probably going to see a field goal attempt here. The first one by Pender was blocked. And darn near returned for a score were it not for an alert play by Nate Parker. So let's see if the Cougars can convert on this one. A lot shorter than that first one.
This will be a 28-yard attempt. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up. Kick is good. Dow Pender from 28 yards out knocks it through, and the Cougars extend their lead to 38-7. 5:55 left in the third quarter.
So we have a triple nickel left in the third quarter, 5:55, and the Cougars take an additional 3 points.
So Pender with his third field goal of the season. That one was 28, did you say, Sam? 28-yard field goal, Sam, on that one? Or that is
28-yard field goal.
That is a big guy that's strutting down the field for South Brunswick, and that's William Holland, 75, I believe, checking in at 6'2", 3 1/4. He'll be on WWE next week, or whatever Aaron watches. AWE, sorry. So 38-7, South Brunswick enjoying their homecoming contest this evening against Ashley.
So a higher kickoff this time. Oh, boy. 53 for Ashley, just threw a lethal block on someone. Zonte Davis.
You got somebody?
I mean, Jay, he stuck someone. It was
Come
one
on.
of the bright spots for
Come on,
Ashley.
say the word that I like you to say.
Stoned.
Yeah.
Stoned him. It's about the only thing Ashley is stoned tonight through 2.5 quarters as the Cougars lead 38-7.
This isn't even a rock fight at this point. That's pretty good return, though, by Demetrius Smith to give the Eagles fairly good field position to start out this possession.
Crudup tripped up in the backfield by
Somebody's happy
slap
back
of the
there.
helmet, 41.
That would be Luke
Dilgard.
Dilgard. Haven't called his name out here much tonight, but certainly worth a shout out on that one.
I think it was his brother Roman, who was the former
The quarterback.
South
there, right?
quarterback.
Yeah. Boy, penetration again. I think the first guy in was Ballantyne, but plenty of help from his blue-shirted defenders. 41, Dilgard maybe again in on the stop.
Guys, I'm loving to watch it. Looks like South has subbed out some of their big guys, probably letting some younger guys get in. They're smaller, but they are scrappy. They're hand fighting. They're still filling their gaps. They're playing great defense.
Yeah, it's a smart move on Coach Lewis's part to get some kids maybe some reps that in a game that they ordinarily would not get, and taking good advantage of it.
That's on me. I gave the announcer curse to the defensive line.
There's Faye. Grab enough for an Ashley first down. So Ashley keeps the drive alive there on 3rd and 7.
Fairly loose coverage by the Cougars. Just not want to keep the play in front of them and come up and make the tackle, which they did that time, but not before Ethan Faye makes the catch. Well, that's when you want to have a do-over, Ron. That's Braden Quinn's short pass, and his receiver had actually it was on his knees before the ball even got there, so I'm not sure the Eagles were going to get much out of that one.
Pass intended for Mike Nemus. Oh, no, that's not Mike Nemus. That's Jay's grandson.
Yeah, he got a fumble recovery in the first quarter tonight in his game against Loudon Valley, but I don't know the score. Oh.
Jay, we're going to have an off-season chat with Mike's mother about maybe some more regular updates.
Yeah, listen, let's cut to the chase. I'm going to introduce her to little man pal, a man that knows how to send a text.
Indeed.
And see if she can at least somewhat model that. Not totally, but somewhat.
Yeah.
You know? Okay. William Powell, if you're out there listening.
Deep ball.
Another INT.
Oh, did he come down with
He
it? Cooper
did.
Krill with an acrobatic interception on the far sideline. South with his 3rd pick of the evening, and the Cougars get it back. 3:52 left in the third. South leading by 31.
That second INT of the game for the sophomore defensive back, Cooper Creel. We're going to watch it again. Well, here we go, Sam. Plenty of time to throw. Lifted it up there. It was a one-on-one battle, and Creel just came down with it. Intended receiver was Quinn Bentley, the do-it-all player for Ashley, but Creel beats him to the ball. Creel, 46 tackles, total tackles involved coming into tonight's game, and now a couple of INTs. Oh, that's a nicely thrown ball.
Shrewsbury on the grab. Gain of about 7 yards.
And I'll tell you what, Jamison Prince is close to throwing darts right now, Sam. I mean,
he's putting it on him.
yeah, he's throwing the ball awfully well here tonight. Well, good play that time by Ashley. Number looks like 40, Sam. That would be Donathan. A little bit of penetration at the line. 48?
Yeah, and 43.
43 is Gladden. 48 is Hawkeye. Anyway, all of them involved in good penetration that time to stop Overton before he could get going. Another good play by the defensive line. There's probably some changes in that offensive line for South Brunswick right now. Yeah, 48 is Quinn Williams, up from the junior varsity for this game. And,
Q-Dub.
Welcome to varsity football, Quinn. Has Pender punted tonight?
No.
He will now.
He has made a field goal,
He
had a
has.
field goal block, kicked a touchback, kicked one out of bounds, had a kick run back.
See if he can hang this left-footed punt up there, huh? If it bounces, it's going to go a ways.
Oh, Ethan Fay's still on his feet. Good return by Fay.
Yeah, one of the South players was down there in plenty of time, but credit Fay for some elusiveness and getting away from the punt coverage and picking up some good yards. Gives Ashley good field position to start this drive.
It'll be 1st and 10 Ashley. With 2:01 left in the third quarter. Remember that the South Brunswick Cougar Band, Pride in the South Coast, will be performing their entire show.
So Ashley takes over 1st and 10 at its own 43-yard line. Down 38-7. Oh. Oh.
Wow.
Lost about 7 yards, so it'll be a 2nd and 17. However, the clock will continue to run.
I think he may have lost like some skin on that play too. I don't know. Braden Quinn. Hey, you know what? I'm going to do a change, Sam. Rather than Heather get up with little man on text machine, I'm going to tell her to talk to Coach Hickman, Coach Yogi Hickman. That man can spin a text.
Takes him a while. Just kidding, Dad.
Leave him alone.
I don't know if Coach Hickman's missed a Focus Broadband TV Game of the Week this year.
Got to talk to him about his Friday nights.
Well, they're open now that West got rid of that sorry coach they had the last five years.
Is that a fumble,
4 or 5
Sam?
years.
Did they call it down?
Nope, they ruled him down.
I'll tell you what, Bennett Ballantyne disagrees. He's got the ball.
Nope, Ashley football. So it is still Ashley football, Jay. Despite the fact that South Brunswick came away with it. Forward progress, maybe?
One of them trickery plays, huh?
Big Mike, you still with us?
He's eating.
I am if Aaron unmutes me. That was actually a pretty clean strip. It wasn't a fumble. I thought he was still moving forward when he got stripped, but I'm not a referee.
Touche. 3rd and 16. Oh, here's Crudup.
That's a good tackle.
Abrams. Nope. 9.
Baker.
Brantley Baker.
That's a nice tackle because that dude is hard to bring down. Man, I'm 72 years old and you got me saying dude. That is pathetic. Time to
I
get out
didn't
of
make
this.
you say it.
It's time to change quarters here.
It is 3, 2, 1, and we are officially heading into the 4th quarter on our Focus Broadband TV Game of the Week. South Brunswick on the verge of improving to 4-3, 1-3 in the league. Cougars leading Ashley 38-7. We'll be back with the start of the 4th. And we're back for the start of the 4th quarter. Ashley facing a 4th and 16. Very nearly blocked, and then muffed, and then picked up, and now there's a lot of running room, and Shrewsbury has got a lot of running room, knocked out of bounds at the 15-yard line by the punter, Bates, and South Brunswick with excellent starting field position for this drive. Quite an exciting first play of the 4th quarter, wouldn't you say, Jay Bird?
For sure, Sam. And isn't it amazing when you see that a lot on kickoffs more so than punts? But that little muff, that little kind of hesitation, if you will, seems to screw up the coverage team. And certainly Shrewsbury took advantage of it on that return.
Great run. Nothing to take it away from Shrewsbury, the rugby player for the Cape Fear Youth Rugby team. South got lucky on a no-call block in the back that was pretty obvious.
But you're not a referee.
I am not a referee.
Nor am I. Thompson with a good surge there for about 3 or 4 yards. So we got some score updates. North leads Cougars 6-0 midway through the 4th. Oh, it's less than 5 minutes left in that one. 6-0.
That's an upset.
Topsail leads West Brunswick 21-14 with about 8 minutes left in that one.
That's a game getting a little closer.
Little back shoulder route to Bishop was like a back ankle route, thrown a little bit low and incomplete. Just not quite on the same page there between Prince and Bishop. And let's work on getting you a New Hanover Laney out update.
Laney was up in that game, I think.
Boom,
Touchdown.
what a throw.
Boy.
Dime.
Bishop.
Yep, Mark.
Again, plenty of time for Prince, and he's just throwing darts out there tonight. So that was about the 3rd receiver he looked at on that route.
He is. He's had himself a night, hasn't he?
Prince to Bishop. Sam, how far was that one?
12 yards?
12, yeah, that's what I thought. And Pender with the bender through the uprights.
Laney, late in the game, has taken a 21-20 lead over New Hanover
Wow.
at Legion Stadium.
They're in first
So-
place, right?
Well, Laney, if the North result holds and the Laney result holds, then Hoggard, North, and Laney are
all
tied.
for first. Well, what about
Wait,
New
and
Hanover?
New Hanover just has one league loss.
I was going to say they haven't lost 4 teams, right?
Yeah,
tied
4
for
teams.
first. Jeez, you flip.
Laney lost a league game to North, and that's it, I think.
So Pender's going to
Yeah,
have to
yep.
kick it again, Sam, in this one to keep his point after streak going, and he does.
Boom. Bing, bang, boom. Jay, we got like powder bombs going off in the student section.
Well, powder puff.
You can see it on the screen even a little bit.
can,
No,
yeah.
maybe not. Maybe no, you can. Yeah, I'm not blind.
Coach Lewis
Totally.
had the headset off, kind of, I think, feeling pretty good with a 45-7 lead here in the fourth quarter. Plenty of time left in this quarter, 11 minutes plus.
A log jam
Yeah,
at the top of the Mid-Eastern Conference
so
standings.
all those scores that you were talking about stand, and Topsail's only lost, what, 2 in the league, maybe?
Lost to Hoggard 10-0. Beat South. I think they've only got one loss,
Maybe they
but
only
they
have
have not
one.
played Hoggard, Hanover, or Laney yet.
Murderer's Row yet,
Yeah.
right? So
Guys, we talked about coming into conference play that it is going to be essentially a lumberjack match for that first position. So it seems to be falling all right into place.
I'm trying to remember. Is that on ESPN or Fox, the lumberjack matches?
Lumberjack match you could probably find on USA on Monday nights or on Fox on
Oh, it's one of them wrestling
Fridays.
things.
Is Monday night still Raw?
It is in the winter.
Oh, look.
Look at
yeah.
there's a lumberjack right there.
Yeah. It's not homecoming until you got
Dude, look at that.
face cut out of
Love it, love it, love it.
a guy with the cut off shirt.
Which one do we give credit to on a camera job for that one? Nathan Evers is all over it, folks.
First class.
He is
First
all
class.
over it. Nate the skate, nice job. That's Crudup. He's probably going to walk out of this game tonight. Well, run out of this game tonight with a pretty good statistical night. But that's going to be about it at this point for the Screaming Eagles.
11 minutes now, 10 minutes and 50 seconds. First and 10 for the Screaming Eagles at their own 30. Another handoff. This time met after a gain of 1. I believe it was Crudup again.
Crudup again, and a host of Cougar defenders in on this stop.
2 yards on the play. Set up a 2nd and 8.
Last time here, in a couple of minutes to go in that important North Hoggard game, and
Do
North
we
still
know who
holding
has
on.
the ball?
Hoggard's got the ball with less than 2 minutes to go.
Near midfield, it appears.
I bet you that stadium is rocking and rolling over in Leland tonight, Sam.
We're getting regular updates. It feels like we're watching it in the press box.
But Sam, you aren't providing verbal updates sometimes. You're just listening to Aaron say it in your ear and you're not providing it to the crowd.
Yeah, exactly. Well, they can watch it. Or can they?
Look,
That's right. But we want you to stay with the Focus Broadband TV Game of the Week. You never know what could happen, folks. 9.5 minutes, a lot of time.
look. By this time, he's usually well into the Braves game, but they don't play till Tuesday, so
When you sweep the Mets and win the division,
we got it.
you get a break. Orioles, man.
Nice year for my Birds.
Birds are on the rise.
Crudup on the rise on this run.
Oh, Crudup on the move on this run, and now he makes a man miss.
Sam, this kid's
inside the 30, inside the 20, still on his feet, somehow wrestled down at the 13-yard line. Jay, a gain of 52 yards on the run from Tajir Crudup.
He gained 52, but he run probably 80, right?
152.
To get 52 that time, and boy, he is the real deal. He's
So, Jay, here's something really interesting. Crudup bust off a 52-yard run. They get down the field, spot the ball. Off the sideline from South Brunswick comes two players. Guess who? Garrett Frazier and Demarius Wise.
Yeah,
I think South decided,
Yeah.
"No, we're not going to let you score so easily right here."
You ain't coming into our house and make us look like that, right? So, yeah, boys, suit up. Put your helmet on. D, get in there.
Great run by him on that. Patience is the key word there. He had his hand on his blocker's back, just guiding him up to that second and third level. Made a great cut around the defense, rode it all the way down, waited for another block, and got a great run.
Well, he's for sure going over the 900-yard mark for the season here this evening. And
He's probably got over 100 tonight.
yeah, so he was 827 coming in, so
Yeah.
we're going to peg him at least 927. Shoot, he's got time tonight to get over 1,000 yards if he busts one.
First and 10, ball's at the 13-yard line. The give around the right side, ball carrier knocked down by Frazier.
Damn, right away, Garrett. Kind of reminds everybody he's in the game. That Logan Kelly, I think, was the running back that time. And
30.
yeah,
Yep, Logan
he's
Kelly.
just a freshman, and that looked kind of promising for just a brief second before Frazier entered the picture. I think Kelly's checking out, and Crudup coming in. Maybe he's going to get the ball, Sam.
Speed sweep to Demetrius Smith. He's still on his feet, then took a big lick. Driven out of bounds at about the 3-yard line, really close to the line to gain. I think he got enough for the first down.
Nice play by Smith that time. Well designed and well executed. And one of the South players really got a lick on him, but didn't seem to affect Smith. So it's going to be first and goal for the Screaming Eagles of Ashley. Oh, showtime.
Will
the
Holland
big boy
with the celebration.
Shimmy, Will, shimmy. Come on, man, shimmy. Oh, looky there.
He smacked him in the backfield and hit him with the old Batista afterwards.
Can we see the Batista from Mike?
No, I do not do that sort of thing.
Okay.
But you could hit the replay and watch it from number 75.
Boom, 75 did it justice. Is it like you spread your arms out and scream? Ah, okay. Aaron Varnum demonstrated it for us here in the press box.
With some coverage going
Brantley
on there.
Baker with the tough coverage.
There's a ton of good players on this Cougar team, Sam.
Yes, indeed.
And if you can do the, what is it called?
Batista?
Bautista?
Batista.
Bautista. Oh, he's the guy in the movies. Yeah, okay.
Yes, he plays Drax
In
the Marvel series.
Yeah, he's good. The Marvel series.
You guys are just a wealth of knowledge.
Well, Mike is, but, I just remember bits and pieces. He fills in the gaps, so. Just like you do for me.
I've never heard of Drax.
Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy. It's a good movie. Movies.
Incomplete pass. Incomplete. That'll set up a 4th and goal from the 6-yard line.
Sam, Drax is the one who tried to murder Thanos on that one weird planet because Thanos killed his whole family.
So Bautista versus, who was Thanos? James Brolin, right?
James
Just
Brolin?
kidding. Aaron said that in my ear.
That was Thanos?
I was thinking it was one of the Hemsworth fellas, but I think that's Thor. Oh, no Bautista celebration this time as Holland jumps off sides. That'll move it from the 6 to the 3.
Yeah, we ain't going to get no dance this time from the big guy. But maybe on this play we will. 4th and goal, Sam. And now what we have, timeout, procedure, Ashley, take it back. Another one of those far too many examples tonight of the Screaming Eagles kind of being their own worst enemy and shooting themselves, as Mike said earlier, not only in one foot but both feet numerous times here this evening. So got to come up with a big play here if they want to get into the end zone, and yet we have another whistle and a timeout.
Timeout for the Screaming Eagles with 6:56 left.
Update us, Sam. What we got?
It looks like if North Brunswick can get a clean snap and take a knee, that the Scorps are going to upset the Vikings 6-0.
Wow.
That's it.
Do we know how they scored their, was it a touchdown?
Yep, Taryn Green, 57-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, the dude can run, man.
What a win.
And
shut out the Vikes.
Which is a not easy thing to do. Wow, yeah, they are happy in Leland tonight.
It's got to be the first time.
In a long time, huh?
Maybe ever.
Well, Brian Davis, he's kind of continuing to build and trend the Scorpion football program, and this is probably a kind of a benchmark win when you defeat the big city schools, and particularly Cougars, who year in year out that's the one everybody's after, them and New Hanover.
And that game was televised tonight.
Pass intended.
Incomplete. Turnover on down. South Brunswick gets the ball back. 6:51 left in the game. Cougars leading by 38, partner.
Yeah, and I think South, Rocky Lewis would like nothing better than a kind of a long, sustained drive here. It doesn't matter if they score, but just rack up a few first downs, beat this clock down, and get out of here with a big homecoming victory. That's the kid up from the JV, Quinn Williams, looking pretty solid on that run up the middle that time. Give him what, Sam, 3 maybe? 2nd and 7. And South, as they should, taking their time getting this play in. Clock 6:17 and running.
Run gets about 2 yards out to the 13-yard line. Boy, there's a good one brewing in Legion Stadium, too. New Hanover on the move, down 1 late in the 4th. Relying on Twitter updates for the New Hanover Laney game.
So they're down 1.
Our friends from Charlotte are slow on the text update, so I'm going to assume that bodes well for Topsail.
Yeah, usually that's not a good sign if you're a Trojan fan.
Oh, a
Hard
first down and then some. Man on the loose. Is that Quinn Williams?
That's the youngster that came up. And I can see why.
What a run.
We can see why. Hello, Quinn Williams. Welcome to varsity football at South Brunswick High School. Auspicious beginning. And I don't know what grade he is. We just know that Rocky said they were bringing him up from the JV, and looks like Coach Lewis made a good call. Prince is out of the game now. I see that red hair on the sidelines. Who's in at QB? I think it's going to be, well, who's it going to be, Sam? They're all turning sideways and hiding from us.
Is that Bishop in at quarterback?
I think Mark has played some quarterback in the past, but I don't, yeah, it looks like, is it 12 or is it, yeah.
Number 12.
Shrewsbury's coming off the field.
It's number 12, boys.
So that is Mark Bishop, the 6'2 junior. Good size. And hey, look, he's in the game, and they already picked up big yards on the penalty against Ashley.
Just want to shout out number 48 on that last run. One, it was a great run. Two, good game awareness. He had Green to the outside, but he had a chance of getting pushed out where he could, in fact, cut it back into the defense to try to get that clock rolling. But it doesn't matter because I got a penalty, I guess.
Still waiting to get things going out there. Chains are going to have to kind of move down. All right, everybody's ready, Sam. Take us home.
1st and 10, ball's at the 25-yard line. Bishop in at quarterback for the Cougs.
No, he hasn't taken a snap tonight, so, and wow, what is wrong?
Gonna reset the play clock, it appears.
So I was going to say Bishop hasn't taken a snap yet tonight, so it'll be interesting to see how this first one, as he's in the gun, goes.
This time, Ashley up for the challenge. Stops Williams at the line of scrimmage. No gain. Under the 5-minute mark here. 4 minutes and 41 seconds left in the ball game. South Brunswick going to improve to 4-3 overall, 1-3 in league play. Ashley going to fall to 1-6 overall. 0-5 in the Mid-Eastern Conference. So South has just the North Brunswick, West Brunswick, and Laney left in league play. Is that correct? I don't need to ask. It's right.
Good thing, because I didn't know. So.
Yeah, so, Jay, we've had a lot of games, and we've got the county clashes on deck the next couple weeks. I believe next week is North at West, and then the week after is South and North. Oh, yeah. And then South and West to cap the regular season. It's going to be great fun.
Well, it'll be good to see the county schools and some hopefully intriguing matchups. South looks like they're back in the game here, right?
Bishop kept it. Still on his feet, cutting it outside. He's going to score. Touchdown, Cougars.
I don't know if we have that one again, but if we do, see if we can catch 21. Nate Parker downfield with a block that time that certainly helped Bishop get in for the score.
Now my question is, does that mean the clock runs for the rest of the night?
Should be it's a 42-point advantage, so I think so.
Big Mike, wrap this one up for us, partner.
Well, South coming into the game on a short week really kind of played fundamental football across all three phases other than that kickoff return for a touchdown. Ashley really just kind of couldn't hang with regards to the intensity on the offensive and defensive line as well as all of the penalties. I think there was 8 or 9 personal foul penalties alone. So kind of shoot yourself in the foot there. They had that one great drive to open the game. Player gets ejected, team gets defeated, and scoreboard indicates that as well.
Thank you, Big Mike, as always.
So the question then is, do we now have a running clock? We certainly have a big enough second half advantage by one team, but there's only 3:08 to go. So if it turns out that it's a running clock, that'll be gone quick.
With that touchdown, it will now be a running clock for the rest of the game.
And there's your answer, partner. It'll be a running clock the rest of the game.
Good.
So, Jay, parting thoughts as this clock will run down on us quick.
Well, I think Mike had a great point. I mean, Ashley didn't bring their A game to South Brunswick here this evening, particularly their discipline, lack thereof. Way too many penalties, and those penalties proved to be more than costly to the Eagles. And then credit South. I mean, I think Prince has been just lights out tonight throwing the football. Saw some excellent running again from Overton. We see a young guy brought up from the junior varsity, and Quinn Williams, who ran the ball well. We saw some great blocking. We saw William Holland do the Bautista and some interceptions. So just a solid effort for Rocky Lewis's squad, who had lost 3 in a row coming into this one, and kind of turned things around and did it quick with a very resounding win over conference rival Ashley.
Final from Hampstead, Topsail 28, West Brunswick 21.
Well, the Trojans, that's 28-point night defensively is a pretty good effort for West Brunswick this season. And look, if they only scored 21 points, they gave up 28. I meant to say 28. If they only scored 21 points, credit the Topsail for playing great defense, because West Brunswick can move the ball, and I expect that game next week. They're north, is it west? Is that what we said?
Yes.
So north coming in about as good as you can come in with this win over Hoggard tonight. So rumble over in Charlotte next week when west and north get together.
Here's the freshman back. A lot of running room. Tackled inbounds. Well, it's a running clock, so it doesn't matter much, but about 15 yards on the carry by number 30, Logan Kelly.
Yeah, ninth grader. He's ripped off a couple good runs here tonight, so something to look forward to for Coach Dante Lombardi and Ashley Eagles. Not that time. Not
Jay,
that
kind
time.
of an apropos finish
The low snap.
Low snap.
Muffed. Yeah.
And just kind of blown up play from the start, wasn't it?
Great observation on your part, Sam.
Thank you all for joining us on this week's Focus Broadband TV Game of the Week. South Brunswick going to be 52-7 winners over the Ashley Screaming Eagles. For Mike Maurer, Jake Godek, Nathan Evers, Aaron Varnum, Jake Holmes, I'm Sam Hickman. Ashley going to give it to Kelly one more time, and he wants some more rushing yards, partner. He wants a lot more rushing yards, partner. Kelly off to the races. Brantley Baker chased him down and saved the touchdown, and that was the final play of the game. A 50-yard run by the Ashley Screaming Eagles, but that will do it from Bowling Spring Lakes. South Brunswick 52, Ashley 7. Good night from BSL. We'll see you next week. Game of the week, North Brunswick travels to Charlotte to take on the Trojans of West Brunswick. Good night from South Brunswick High School.